Hello, hello, hello. You guys know what time it is. We are going to be bringing up two incredible developers over here at Building on Scale. They're going to be showing you guys what they're doing, how they're doing it, and where they're going. So, as we start things off, let me introduce you all to Mr. Joey coming in from Clawcash. Joey, how you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How about you?
Yeah, it's very hot.
Yeah, it's pretty hot, man.
Can't lie. Yeah. Where are you based out of?
I'm based in Mumbai, India. It's like hot plus humid. Like it's the worst combination ever.
Yep, 100%, man. So thanks so much for joining us. Why don't you give the people a little bit of an introduction about who you are, you know, how you got into crypto and blockchain and engineering, and you know what is Clawcash?
Sure. So, hey guys, I'm Joey. You can also call me Akshat, and I'm building Clawcash. So, firstly, thank you so much for having me here. My background is in agentic commerce. I was one of the first devs to build on Virtual's agent commerce protocol. It started about, I think, 2 years ago from now. And I built an agent which processed over like 5,000 jobs and had over a 90% plus success rate. How I got into crypto is a longer story. I have a background in security and engineering. I started with the Yale Network and Openware when they were building L3, I guess. And then I was a DevRel at Openware, and that's where I got into engineering. I started talking about how you can build exchanges and how you can connect it with the Yale Network. And one thing led to another. I got into security at Quill Audits, and I built an AI agent which can audit smart contracts for you. And it also won a hackathon.
Nice.
Yeah, so the next thing that and the more recent thing that I basically used was Virtual's ACP and X402. I got pretty excited about agents being able to pay for things. And I used X402, I used OpenClaw when it just came out, and I realized that it's still really hard to set up your OpenClaw or your agent to pay for stuff. Like your agents can write code, it can do research, but it still can't buy you a pizza, which is like one of the most basic things ever. So that's why I'm building Clawcash. Clawcash is the fastest way to set up your agent to access paid services and APIs. We power agents with credit lines through which they can access merchants instantly and settle them later. So it's like a credit card at the moment. And yeah, you guys are free to use it.
Amazing. No, that's so cool. What kind of brought this idea of Clawcash to fruition?
Sorry, what?
So what was kind of the thought process behind Clawcash? Like, why did you guys decide to start building?
Yeah, so I mean, it was based on my personal experience because I told you I was one of the earliest builders in Virtual's ACP, right? So it was really hard to set up your agent to be able to pay for stuff. So there are two bottlenecks here. First is that there aren't enough merchants which agents can actually pay. Second, it's really difficult to set up your agent to pay with your own card. And it's also really scary in terms of security. Like your agent can pay for a lot of things without your knowledge. Like if you hand it over your credit card, plus like the checkouts that have been made for agents, for humans are not meant for agents. Like you have like a 5-step process of using a credit card as opposed to something like X402 and MPP, which can be a single step process. So it was a culmination of all those things. My basic thought was that I still can't very easily set up my agent to pay for stuff. I have to set up a wallet, and I have to make sure that my agent does not have the keys in its context because it can just leak them. Second, if you want to search for any service through your agent, it's just impossible to do so. Like if you ask your agent, hey, can I book a flight? It's going to do a Google search. It might land upon a couple of things and, it might try a couple of times and then it will eventually fail because there's just not a single directory where you can access all the skills, all the merchants. So that's what led me to Clawcash because these are all the friction points that I'm trying to eliminate. So first is the friction point of setting up a wallet, which is something that Clawcash eliminates. Second is the ability to find merchants. We have a common directory where we have like over 200 merchant endpoints supported over X402 and MPP. And the third bit is actually being able to pay them. And the way we handle payments is that we front the transactions on credit and you and your agent can settle it later. So it was to solve a problem that existed for me personally. And then I spoke to a few friends. They liked the idea as well. And so currently I'm in the process of onboarding new users would love your feedback as well.
Oh yeah, amazing, man. It really does help kind of bring out and that really allows us to start to utilize, X402 and payments to its full kind of potential, right? Beforehand, even when we're talking about kind of crypto payments back in the day, you would signing transactions and things like that, you would only ever be able to really do one every 20, 30 seconds just from the UI UX perspective. But, with X402 and agents, you can be doing hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of transactions, realistically kind of every minute. And that kind of, brings us over to kind of that next question of what about scale really allows, kind of you to pursue this?
Yeah, so the thing about Scale is that I feel like it's a home for AI agents. I love how AI native or AI agent native Scale is. You guys are already giving us the tools to build on top of privacy rails and make X402 transactions gasless. And these are things that we use quite often, by the way, because we don't want to keep separate balances for, let's say, ETH or the native token of the network, as well as USDC, because we have to keep both in when we're doing this with Base or any other chain. But with Scale, that's not a problem, and it really helps solve a lot of logistics. And yeah, privacy in X402 transaction is something really interesting to me. I feel like people would appreciate that in our product, and I think Scale enables that as well. So that was on the technical side, but more on the community. I feel like you guys are really supportive. I've been connected to Fabio, and it's just been a pleasure working with you guys in terms of the distribution and the community. And you guys are just very responsive in general. So yeah, I'm just excited to showcase what we're building and happy to build it together.
100%, man. 100%. We've been following what you guys are doing, and it's been super, super exciting. So yeah, why don't you got a demo? You wanna kind of showcase what's going on?
Sure. Yeah. So just give me a moment. I'm gonna share my
no worries.
Screen. I hope nothing breaks while I'm demoing this.
It normally does this,
Yeah. Okay, so is my agent screen up?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Cool. So, I mean, the first thing that you would do is go to cash.clawlens.io, and you have the instructions that you can copy, paste, and send to your agent. In my case, I've already done the onboarding, so I'm not going to show you that bit, but I'll show you how, what you can do with ClawCash. So, I guess the first thing that you can ask is where can I use my ClawCash credit? And it's just going to take a couple of seconds. It's going to access that skill. And it's going to print out all the merchants that we have.
Considering.
Yeah.
You got the NPM hookup and everything, so that's cool.
Yeah. Cool. So it's writing them out. So you can post tweets. You can use some endpoints to buy tokens, by the way. There's also APIs to help you find the best flights, hotels. Also, something we added quite recently is Travala, which will help you actually book hotels on a credit line through your agents, which is something we demoed quite recently. It's quite interesting. I don't think I have the credit line at the moment to actually book something like that. But another service that I use quite often is Multicash. So I'm a solo founder, and I don't have a lot of distribution, neither do I have a lot of marketing support. But what this service allows you to do is you can post a gig and a human can fulfill that. And oftentimes that gig can be just to promote your own product on Twitter. So let me just do that right now.
And then other agents can find these gigs.
Yeah. It can be agents or it can be humans. They're getting paid by my credit line, and I can set it later.
Cool.
Yeah, so I've sent that over, and yeah, let's see how it does that.
So what's been kind of some of the like more exciting things that you've seen people building with Claw Cash?
So I mean, it's very exciting to see how agents are going to pay other agents and how they're going to interact when there's credit involved. So you can imagine a lot of things in the sense that, let's say you start with zero capital. How can your agent access a service which actually gives it a profit right now, and using that profit it can settle it later, and that profit might not be monetary. It could help you with distribution. It could also help you maybe if you buy a token with it, although that's not how you should actually use credit, but you could buy a token with it, and that token might rise in value, and then you can settle it later. But that's something people have done, so it's not a completely illegal concept in my head. At the moment, I'm still trying to figure out what's the best way people use it, and for different people it's different. For me, it's services like these where I can actually just get my promotions done, because I often don't have the time and the marketing distribution. People enrichment is also something that I use Clawcash for when I'm trying to find leads and I'm trying to connect with people. And of course, more recently is Travala. So yeah, I guess the gig has been posted. Oh, okay. Okay, I guess multi-cash is failing today. So something had to go wrong when I'm presenting.
See, I told you there's something, everything it always goes wrong at least once.
Okay. So that was an error with multi-cash. Let me try some other service. I'm sure.
Yeah, no, of course.
Something with. Let's find the best flights, I guess. Because I do have a flight coming up.
Very nice, very nice.
So yeah, this would have been a better demo because this is something I actually used quite recently, but services go down, and we are going to put SLAs to ensure that the service is up to the mark. But yeah, you can actually use it for all the merchants that are listed here. We have listed a lot more merchants recently, which is going to go live towards the end of this week.
Yeah.
So yeah, just I don't like when my agents ask me for approval for every single call.
So same, man. It's like one of the reasons I stopped using Codex is because it's like, oh man, just do it. Don't stop asking me.
Yeah, just get it done.
Just get it done, man.
Okay, it seems like it's doing it. It's making a bunch of API calls. I hope it's not using too much credit.
And it's all gone.
That did actually happen once, and we had to put payment policy so that an agent cannot use something above the specified limit. Even though we have clearly put the instructions that, do ask for your agent's approval before spending. So credit can be a scary thing with agents, like especially if there are no rails.
Got you.
So okay, it's summarizing something finally. It took quite a while.
Yeah.
All right. So it took up some credit, and it's finding me some flights. Okay, there's Air France that I can take. There's KLM Market that's also Air France operated. And I guess the next service that we're going to open up is to enable you to actually pay for the flights once you find them, because that is the best use case, just like we have done with hotels. So what we're imagining is that maybe this can plan your whole travel itinerary, and it can also book it in a single shot. So this is one of the many things that we enable, and it has found me the best option. So it can Now I can also ask it what is my credit score, because this also feeds into a credit score, which is going to build up as you use more and more of the service, and
Yeah.
that will enable higher credit lines.
And how is that credit score determined?
Yes, sorry?
I said, how is that credit score determined?
So it's a bunch of factors, mostly your agent's behavior around repayment, how many draws you make, how often you make them, and what's the utilization rate, as well as the services that you're using. So there are a ton of features that went into planning, and we normalize them. It's a scary algorithm. But yeah, like the way we have done it is that agents can't spam their way into a higher credit score. It can't be that you make a lot of draws and then you fulfill them quite easily and then you just rank higher. It takes a while. So maturity is something that comes from using credit more and more often. So
Understood.
yeah. So my score band is very high risk because I've just started out. So all the agents start with around risk or very high risk. Mine might be very high risk is because mine is like I've taken more credit and it's not fully fulfilled. But yeah, this is how it works. You also have an identity score based on which we give you an initial credit line between $1 and $5, and then you rise up on the ranks from there. So yeah, you can also we have made it so that we can actually pay parts or like fully the credit line from the agent itself. Like you can use some other wallet, maybe it's Coinbase's wallet that you can use to pay for ClawCash, and you can also use Agent Cash wallet to pay for ClawCash, or you can settle it yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, I'll stop the demo there. I'll leave those things for the next demo, I guess.
No, it's really, really interesting, man. And I think kind of like, where are you hoping to take ClawCash next?
Okay, so in terms of merchants, definitely I want to add more merchants which enable more real life services. Like we enable Travala, and that also gave us the thought that microcredit lines might not be the best for agents because it's more like a prepaid credit card. Like you use $3 now and you settle it later. So what would make sense is bigger credit lines with more real life use cases involved. That's like around booking flights, booking hotels, and being able to book yourself a ride or just be able to buy something from Uber Eats. So any merchant that exists already in Web2, that's something that we want to enable, and we want crypto to be the rails that's powering all of it. And we don't want the user to worry about how all of that is getting happened under the hood. It's going to use X402 and MPP. So that requires a lot of merchant onboarding. But also what we are looking to create is an agent that comes packed with ClawCash. So this could be an agent that comes packed with it, and all you have to do is like download it as an app on your phone, or you access it on the website, and it can find you all the best merchants for your use case, and it can just pay for them using ClawCash.
That's really, really interesting. No, cool. And what's kind of we're looking at that's kind of like the far away. What about what's happening closer to home? What you guys got anything interesting coming up like in the next couple weeks or?
So in the next couple of weeks, we are introducing new payment methods. We are introducing Circle Nano Payments, which allows us to essentially enable X402 transactions at HTTP speed, because what happens is a lot of times X402 transactions are going to wait for the transaction to settle before the resource is actually given back. So with nano payments and other schemes that are available, we can give the merchants a guarantee which comes from us because we have the cash ready and we are going to settle them. We give the merchants this guarantee, and the merchants can just give the resource right away at HTTP speed, at sub millisecond speed, and we can settle them later. So that makes agentic commerce a heck lot faster. And there are going to be a ton of improvements in terms of onboarding. You can onboard through Fiat, you can use cards, you can use Apple Pay, Google Pay, and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Cool. Everything looks very, very interesting. Really, really thank you for taking the time. I guess anything you want to say before we let you go, get back to work?
Nothing much, but yeah, thank you for having me here. And I guess we would love to have more users. So do send your agent over to cash.clawlens.io and install the skill. If you need access to higher credit limits, just ping me. I'll help you with it. And yeah, thank you.
No worries at all. No worries at all. Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye. So that, ladies and gentlemen, was Joey coming in from Clawcast. Really, really appreciate it. Make sure you guys go and check out what they're making over there. Very, very interesting. You know, really level up your X402 and agent usage. But next, we're going to be bringing in Raul. Hello, my friend. How are you doing? Founder of ThoughtProof. Oh, there might be something. You know what? It wouldn't be a scale show without something breaking. Hello there.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Thank you. Fine. How are you? So, first of all, I have to mention I have some technical difficulties here, so I'm on the phone right now. So
no worries.
I hope this works out still. So let's see.
Hey, I'm sure it is, but I'm sure it will, man. I'm sure it will. So why don't you give the little people an introduction about yourself, who you are, and obviously what is ThoughtProof?
Well, my name is Raul Jäger. I'm the founder of ThoughtProof, and yeah, I come from Germany. So first of all, sorry for my English. Maybe it's not perfect.
No worries. No worries, man.
Yeah, and I started ThoughtProof like 4 months ago. I come from a regulated industry, so I work in healthcare. And when this all OpenClaw and Hermes stuff came up, I thought it's pretty cool, and let's build something. And what I actually built was something for my business. And while building it, I realized, man, those LLMs are cool, but they do mess up things quite often. So that's how I came up with the idea. So there has to be a way to verify if the stuff that they tell you is actually true. So that's how it all started with ThoughtProof. Initially, I only thought, let's see if I can improve the quality of the answer of what I get, you know. So then I came up with my agents with the idea to have because this concept of having multiple LLMs judge basically the output of another isn't new. This is something that has been done before. So sometimes it's too easy. So we came up with this multi-model adversarial stuff. So this is our first product. It's the proof of thought reasoning verification. So you have like 3 or 4 LLMs who get the same question, and everyone produces an answer, and then they check what the actual LLM came up with, and then you'll have a red team which critiques everything, and basically after all this is done, you have like a synthesizer which gives the final verdict. So this is actually I was surprised it works pretty good. It's something we use right now. We still use right now because we have some new products which are pretty exciting. But it's slow, obviously, because you have to wait till every LLM is done, and then you have this red team, and then you have the synthesizer. So it takes like a minute or so, which is basically, it's too long to wait for in an agentic setup. You know, who wants to wait if you, like you said earlier, you can do like hundreds of transactions in a minute. So if it gets blocked by this, it's not so cool. So this could be something used for like high stakes decisions, or not in this like super fast microtransaction stuff. But if you like say, I give it, I don't know, 10,000, book me a nice vacation or something like that, you know, and then you want to check it. So the new thing which we developed after that is the Sentinel, which is way faster. It's like 3 to 5 seconds only. I hope we can make it even faster, but that's what it is right now. It's still pretty fast, and it is like a Cascade 2 models, which both check. The first one is a super fast one. It's like a pre-filter to see if the output is basically correct, and the
Yeah.
second one checks on this. If the first one says no, there are some flaws in it, then that's it. If it says uncertain or allow, the second one still checks on it because it's like a fast, and the second one is like a bit more frontier style LLM,
Yeah.
So that's our Sentinel check, yeah. And this could be viable because it costs like less than a cent. So this could be something you could use for day to day, like what we actually are doing right now is an experiment with a trading agent, which we have two arms. One is verified, the other is not, and it basically does the same trades or tries to do the same trades, and the one gets blocked or checked, and
Yeah.
it's pretty interesting. I made a demo. I sent it to you. Maybe you have it, so we can take a look because we have some interesting cases which I wanted to show. Yeah.
Let
If
me
not, I can
see if I
just
can.
talk you through.
Let me see if I can find it. Where did you send it?
On Telegram.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more difficult now.
Yeah. Let me see if there's a world in bit way I can get there. Yep. Give me 1 second. I should be able to open up. Go Telegram, and then I'll send it to myself on Slack, and then I can open it up. Here. Where am I? Here. Okay. Screen. Sure. Go. Oh, it's already started.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, that's how it started. Well, it's just the front page, basically.
Yeah.
It's like a small video. We can maybe pause it when it's interesting. So, exactly, there we have the first 221 cases. So, 45 of them were blocked outright. 69 got an uncertain, which I'll tell later more about, and 107 were actually executed by the agent in this trading agent setup. Exactly. So see the next one. Exactly. So here's an example of a blocked trade. So the agent wanted to, I think, yes, he wanted to sell NEAR token. And what he said is like, yeah, 50% of my equity, and it's in a negative trend, and so on and so forth. And the agent gets the same info, like we fetch it from Binance. Every time the agent wants to do a trade, it gets the market data and everything, and the Sentinel gets the same info. So what was actually, it was made up. Some of the things the agent claimed, some the amounts of money that he had were wrong, and so that's how it gets blocked. Or if it gets an uncertain, that's the cool part. We send those objections back to the agent, and he can make a replanning, like, and more than often he does the replanning, and then it gets back into the loop. Sentinel checks the replanning and then lets it proceed. Or if there's also a flawed, it gets blocked. So yeah, that's actually what I like more, and this is what surprised me. the most, because I thought, yeah, it gets allow or block and then it's set. But this replan loop is actually the coolest part, I think, on this whole stuff. So
Mm.
yeah, that's our experiment right now, and yeah.
Ah, it's interesting. So it's nice that it can,
Yeah, it's not
you know,
only
even
a game
if
block
you're,
or not. Yeah.
yeah, even if you're not like, what's it called? Kind of like a great trader, right?
Yeah.
Or something, you know, the AI will tell you what you're doing, like a mistake, which is cool.
Yeah, exactly. So that's just one possible use case. I mean, you can use this in any agentic. We have actually, this is Sentinel has different modes. This is like a trade execution mode, but we also have like, say the agent wants to work with another agent and they want to exchange data. So this data gets checked if it's correctly handed off to the new one and stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty cool actually.
Yeah, I like it, man. I like it a lot. So what's next for you guys over at ThoughtProof?
So we would like to enhance user experience. Like right now, you have to install our package npm or our MCP server to use this. So what we're planning is maybe to have this integrated in your wallet or whatever. So you can use it like, or you have a toggle on off. If you don't want to use it, you don't have to, but you have this layer of security on top. You know, that's one point. And basically the next step is agents with wallets. That's what's next for us actually. Yeah.
No, very cool, very cool. And agents with wallets, yeah. And I guess kind of finally, like, what about Scale really made it? You know, why did you decide Scale?
So one pretty cool thing about Scale is, I think, like, I believe that this whole agent stuff is gonna be huge. So you need the infrastructure to run it, and the cool part is that you have these side chains. You can basically and literally scale it horizontally. Like if you have one blockchain, it gets crowded, everything gets slow. And if you have those multiple chains, everything can run like in parallel. You know, that's one part. The other is, of course, if you're having this hundreds of transactions and you're gas free, that's a huge advantage which Scale has. And the third thing is also related to this is we write hashes. If you do a verification, everything gets like a hash where you can later check what happened there, why was it blocked, or why did it go through. Maybe this is not so important for trading agent, but like if you have some higher stakes stuff, it can be pretty cool to have this. And there come the zero gas fee stuff again. Like if you're writing those hashes, you have to pay gas fees and other. So up until we came to Scale, we were writing our hashes on Base. So those were EAS. So you have every time you have to. It's not much, but it's if a certain volume occurs, then of course it's important. So yeah, those are the things which impressed me with Scale.
Awesome. I love it, man. Love it. So I guess kind of finally, anything you want to kind of put out there to the people before we lock things off?
Well, I mean, I think most people know that those LLMs are actually, they're cool, but they mess up things and they fabricate things way too often. So in this experiment, it was like 30% of the time we had really stupid stuff. Some trades which or some tokens it wanted to sell which weren't even in its wallet and stuff like that. So although it gets all the data every time. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think this is for the people. This is something which is really useful, and yeah, I hope more people will start using it, and so yeah, we can scale even further, and yeah, create even more cool stuff.
100%, man. 100%. Well, we really, really appreciate you taking the time to, come and talk to
Thanks
us.
for having me.
And we really look forward to seeing what you continue to do over there at ThoughtProof.
Thank you very much, and
No worries.
have a nice evening.
You as well. You as well. Enjoy the heat.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's rough.
Thanks. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Another successful developer showcase, episode 8. Make sure you guys join us in 2 weeks' time for another episode where we break down and review 2 more amazing developers and their projects. Thank you all so much for joining us, and we'll see you again later. Goodbye.